Shift focus. Sentencing procedures continued today for two men convicted of killing a teenage boy in Coligny in the northwest. Phillip Schutte and Pieter Doorewaard were found guilty of killing Matlhomola Moshoeu in 2017. eNCA's Malungelo Booi is covering that story and joins us live now from Mahikeng. So, Malu, I mean, very rarely do you see court proceedings, particularly at this stage, where it's just merely arguments in aggravation and mitigation of sentence continue well beyond 4 p.m. This suggests that a lot was taking place in that courtroom. What was being argued?
That's right, Tulasizwe. In fact, the state prosecutor was the last person to make final arguments in this matter. Let's just take you through to some of the things the prosecutor said, Tulasizwe. First things first, he wants these men to be permanently removed from the Coligny community, saying that they pose danger. He said that they had a common purpose in killing Moshoeu, saying that it would not be the interest of justice that these two men be given a lesser sentence. He said that the court should send a clear message to would-be other people who would want to commit a similar crime like this one. He's described their actions as barbaric and actions that really tore apart that community of Coligny along the racial lines. So if you recall that when this incident happened, there were protests and there was just lawlessness. He said that by taking Moshoeu's life, they did not respect his life. They took away his right to live, and his right to live to us is enshrined in the Constitution. He also pointed out that the accused, or the two men, that's Pieter Doorewaard and Phillip Schutte, lied in court when they say this young man jumped out of the moving vehicle, saying that there's no way that these two men could actually be rehabilitated if they did not concede or admit to their crime.
I take it then, Malu, that they're also, either anticipating what the defense will argue in mitigation, the kind of factors that the defense will ask or has already asked to be considered in passing sentence on these two men. What do we know in as far as what the defense wants?
Well, the defense lawyers, Tulas, have argued that these two men are first-time offenders and they are law-abiding citizens. And the fact that they wanted to reach out to the Moshoeu family has got to be taken into consideration when the judge, when Ronnie Hendricks handed down the sentence on the 6th of March. But also we've heard these lawyers saying that both men really regret what happened and that they are depressed and are anxious over the killing of Matlhomola Moshoeu, but also have pleaded with the court to consider the fact that these two men handed themselves over to the police, meaning that they cooperated with the investigation. But here's also what was interesting that came out from the defense lawyers, saying that when the court hands down its sentence, it needs to consider it does not need to consider what the society wants. It must consider what the society needs. Well, Judge Hendricks asked the lawyers, what does the society need? Well, the lawyers responded by saying that the society needs these men not to be sent to jail for life. You could have heard Tulasizwe, the packed courtroom did not agree with that statement.
Sure, and there's a lot of public interest in that particular court case. So are we done now, Malu, with the arguments in mitigation and aggravation of sentence? And did you say the actual sentencing itself will take place on the 6th of March?
That's right. Well, these men will have to wait really until the 6th of March to see if Judge Hendricks will really believe in their, in their personal circumstances, or the state or some members of the Coligny family of the Coligny community who came out here calling for life sentence. They'll have to wait and see until then to see if, Judge Hendrick will send these men to jail permanently.
All right, thank you so much for that update. That's eNCA's Malungelo Booi joining us from Mahikeng. Well,